I just had to come up because I got to speak to the men real quick, and then y'all want to say some things to you as well. We missed a great opportunity tonight to really hit all angles of this topic. This topic stemmed from the last show with Amira, who made very, in my opinion, disrespectful remarks. So I'm glad JR brought this topic back. But we, as men, and doing King talk and stuff, what we should have did is led the conversation from every viewpoint and not be so argumentative with the ladies, because really the topic was about us as a community. And really, I gotta agree with Danielle. All I heard was negativity about the community. Nothing about how foundational Black Americans have 50,000 plus patents. Nothing about how we created or innovated the open heart surgery. Not about how we created the automatic transmission, the gas mask, the traffic lights, ironing boards, lawnmowers. We created the culture, not even just from entertainment. We're talking about in architecture, in science. And we did it all. It's so extensive. But let me say this about Danielle as well. Danielle, what's going on is that you're talking to people who never really studied the culture, because I'm going to say it, a lot of y'all ain't from the culture. If you
Hey,
want
bro,
to be,
you can't do that, bro.
Hold on, Cole.
take it there. I'm taking it there. What it is what I've noticed is people that are Black American born generations, like me and Danielle, we have a different relation to the culture than y'all. Our blood in this ground. Your blood ain't in this ground. So of course Danielle's gonna fight harder than men who don't associate with the blood that's in the ground from our ancestors. I was just in Charleston, South Carolina yesterday at the African American Museum. They got a booth in there where you can look up your lineage. I'm looking through my paperwork. South Carolina on both sides, going back hundreds of years. So my relation to this culture is more intimate than I feel a lot of people on this panel. And it's cool to be from somewhere else. But if you're not respecting the culture and where we came from, people who really fought and bled for this shit in the 1964 act of civil rights, we fought for immigrants to come that look like us because we thought we was getting reinforcements. And we're getting a lot of people in this country that really don't like us. And let's be real, they're jealous because of the attention that we get worldwide. Yeah, I said it. We created a culture that everybody loves. Look, what I've noticed is people love to get up under the culture and say us, we, when we talking about our great stuff that the world loves about. But when it's stuff that people don't like about us, it's them. It ain't us, it's them. That's how I know who from here and who ain't from here. So when you talk about sisters like Danielle and Alicia coming up here fighting, that's because they got a blood connection to the ground and you don't. It's a different energy. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like the men
Don't none of the men up here understand what you're saying, gang. So
brother,
what I'm gonna say,
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, man.
What I'm gonna say is as a
we got people watching. We got people watching, and they can't hear us once we start yelling. So that's at least let people flush out their ideas.
Exactly what you're saying.
So the thing is, bro, you coming up here not even showing your face. You sound a little feminine, my guy. I don't know all of that stuff you talking about. That's cool, but you got men up here saying what we saying, and we're disagreeing with the women. You're the only man up here that came up here.
Respectfully,
bro, I'm still talking. I'm still talking.
You're
intoxicated,
sir.
You're intoxicated.
You're intoxicated.
Well, first of all, you don't know how much I drank and why you.
Sir.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going on what I was saying. You're agreeing.
Coherent thought.
Are you gonna speak on top of me? I'll let you speak, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
You just gonna come up here and disrupt shit, my nigga? I told you was feminine, bro. Feminine. When I had a problem, you see what I did? I cut my camera off and muted, my nigga. Chill. So, like I was saying, you got different men up here disagreeing with different points of the women. See, the thing is, the men are not up here disagreeing with the good points. I think most of the men up here said the Black community has good and bad parts. The problem is the women are telling us that the bad parts that the men are experiencing isn't real. And you coming up here and saying, I agree with the women and y'all guys is wrong. And y'all don't got boots on the ground. Y'all not in the community, bro. We don't know you. Your face not even on camera and you sound like a female, dog.
No, I
If you
sound.
gonna if you gonna come up here, if you gonna come up here on a panel and tell men that they're wrong and tell men what they not doing and who they not, you at least need to be on camera so we could see your face, bro. Like,
Dude,
that's not stop. Please stop talking while I'm talking, bro. Please, bro.
Oh, you got a lot to say right now. Get it out.
You said you a bitch.
Get
Keep
out.
going. Go ahead.
Get out.
Yeah, just stay focused. Just stay focused.
I want
Just stay focused.
to do my best to
Stay focused.
Guys,
I want to address some of what he was saying.
And you can see my face. I said that.
Okay,
Listen, everybody keeps consistently bringing up this. Oh, I keep hearing negativity. Do y'all forget the topic of the conversation? The topic of the conversation wasn't why is Black America great? Why is Black America respected? Why is Black America wonderful? If that was the topic, we could go on that for days too. We could go off on Black inventors. We can go off on patents. We can go off on culture. We can go off on music. But that wasn't the conversation. The conversation was specifically, please don't interrupt me. The conversation was specifically about why the disrespect exists. So we're talking about the things that breed disrespect. We're not talking about the things that breed honor and admiration, because we know those exist too. And that's fantastic, but that's not what the conversation is. And I get tired of the fact that anytime people try to actually have the conversation about the bad shit, the real conversation, y'all always go, well, why can't we talk about the good stuff? Because that's not the fucking conversation that we have. And then what y'all try to do is y'all try to discredit people based off of how many generations they was born here, like as if their ancestors didn't put in blood, sweat, and tears to be here, as if they didn't grow up here and grow up in the same culture, having friends and family in the culture, like they ain't eat the same food, breathe the same air, like they didn't work at the same jobs, like people are trying to pretend like they lived the lives of their ancestors. You didn't live your past generations, you lived your generation. So you're living in the same America I was born in. Hold on, please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me. You're living in the same generation I'm living in, right? It doesn't matter where your parents were from and where they was from and where their parents was from. That don't matter. At the end of the day, we all live here in America. We all got to deal with the America that we live in now. Why am I being interrupted? I don't understand what's going on. Why am I being interrupted? Like I was saying, we all got to live in the America we live in now. And this is something that people do. It's like a red herring y'all like to throw out. Whenever people want to address the bullshit going on in the Black community in America, y'all want to start checking everybody's DNA all of a sudden. Oh, well, you're only 2% American. No, listen, it don't matter. It don't matter because at the end of the day, I don't even know where you from, what you look like. I don't know where your ancestors are from or where Danielle's ancestors are, and I really don't give a fuck. The whole point at the end of the day is there's a lot of bullshit in the Black community that causes the community to be disrespected by the outside, that causes the community to be seen. Stop interrupting me. Exercise some self-control. It causes the community to be seen as less than. And that's what the topic of conversation is. If you don't want to have a conversation about the things that are causing our community to be seen as less than, then you're in the wrong space. You're having the wrong conversation, because that's what we're here to talk about. What are the problems as to why people are not respecting us so that we can fix them and gain the respect of the world where we rightfully belong to be? Because we have a lot of admiration. We clearly run things in entertainment. The only place we're lacking is in the respect and in the numbers, because our population in America is 13%. With the numbers and the respect, we damn near own America. Racist or not, nobody would be able to stop us. So let's talk about that instead of saying let's talk about good. We know what's good already. We got Black History Month to talk about good. We're all Black. I'm sure we're all living, doing greatness and causing Black history every single day in our lives. We're all doing great here. This conversation is a part of Black history. But at the end of the day, that's not what we're here to talk about. Let's stick to the topic, which is why the Black community isn't respected. Boom.